Hey, my name's Aiden, or Red, and welcome to Red's Animations. And in this video, we're going to be talking about all the things that are wrong with me. I know it sounds a bit negative, but let me explain. So when I was 5, I was diagnosed with ADHD, which stands for Man, Dude, You Can't Pay Attention. Before I was diagnosed, my mom assumed I had ADHD just by the way I acted. Definitely. Here's a story about that. Back when I was in kindergarten, I was so hyper about my ADHD, I would get out of my chair, go up to my teacher, and poke her in the face. My mom said it went on like that for the whole school year before I got my medicine. Sorry, kindergarten teacher. Another problem I have is flat feet, which means that when I stand, instead of my feet being side by side like this, they're spread out like this, like a duck. Here's a story about that from back when I did soccer. So, I was waiting in line after the game to high-five the other team, and this kid who was in front of me decided to go to the back of the line to high-five someone he wanted to. When he was going back, he stepped on my foot, and being stepped on my cleats hurts. So I screamed. Man, I was a baby. And for this last thing, I'm going to have to tell you the story first. So, when I was maybe about 6, I was running around the house, and I ran straight into a wall, and it really hurt my nose, bleeding all over. My dad was freaking out because he didn't know what to do with me. And my brother Silas, who was a baby at the time, couldn't care less. Then my mom came home, and, as all mothers would do, she had the perfect solution. She gave me ice cream so she could talk to my dad and figure out what to do next. Then we went to the doctor, who said I would be A-OK with no long-term damage. He was wrong. It turns out because of that injury, I have a deviated septum, which means the wall in between my nostrils, instead of being straight like this, is bent like this. No long-term damage, huh? To be honest, none of these things really affect me anymore, and I have solutions for all of them now, and I'm glad things aren't worse than they are. Except for the nose thing. Every time I tell someone about it, they ask to look inside my nose, and every time I'm like, no!